One of the most common topics in Rocket League is playing fast. Now, when a lot of players hear this, what they think this means is moving around the field as fast as possible, as often as possible. The problem with thinking in this way is that if you actually try to do that, you're going to put yourself out of position fairly often. And the reason is that if you're trying to move as quickly as possible, you'll often get to places on the field way before you actually need to be there. When people talk about playing fast, what they really mean is getting to a spot on the field exactly when they need to be in that spot to be able to make a play. And it's the ability to do this consistently that makes players seem so speedy around the field. Let's dive into a couple situations where this idea is extremely important before I show you one of the ways that you can practice to incorporate these ideas into your own game. We're going to start these examples off by taking a look at a moment where we moved around the field a little too quickly here on defense. So this ball is popping over to the side. We're going to go ahead and get the clear out off the corner. We're going to go ahead and challenge this next player. We're going to jump. Maybe shouldn't have jumped in this circumstance, but doesn't really matter. We land. Our teammate's still in net, so he has us covered. Now you'll see that we're already starting to flip back directly towards the net. Now the question that we need to ask ourselves to determine how much threat there is in any given situation is there a threat on this net immediately that would cause me to have to be back there as fast as I possibly can? And in the situation we're looking at now, teammate has free touch on the ball, this guy's sitting in the corner, there's no sign of our other opponent out in the midfield, so there's really no immediate threat of this ball going into the net. So with that in mind, we want to take a little bit of time here to get back towards the net so that we can set ourselves up to be as successful as possible. So if we are going to flip back here, we do want to then take time to rotate around to pick up some resources and then give ourselves a good angle to play in front of the net so that we can be arriving here as a potential shot is coming in. What we don't want is we don't want to get back to the net and then have to do like a hard power slide turn that kills our momentum and then has us facing out towards the midfield as a sitting duck waiting for the potential shot. So if we see what we do here, we're going to flip back. Teammate does get the touch out to the side. Still not immediately threatening. Soulless isn't in much of a position to be able to put this ball on target. But you'll notice that we are hard power sliding into net. And now we are basically sitting right on the goal line. No momentum, facing out towards the play. Which means that if this shot from Landon goes to either of the sides of us, it is nearly impossible for us to make this save. Our only hope is that he hits it directly at us and we can jump up in time to get contact on the ball. If instead of immediately rushing back to net and power sliding here, we had instead rotated ever so slightly wider, we didn't have to go super far, but instead of going directly back, had instead rotated out here and maybe grabbed this pad and maybe grab this pad, now we can maybe be around this position, still with a lot of momentum, and from here, we can save pretty much any shot we would need to, and it gives us a lot more options to cover on the defense. But by trying to get back to net as quickly as humanly possible when we didn't really need to, we've put ourselves in such a position that it's going to be really difficult to make a save on almost any shot that Landon's going to put on the net here. And as we'll see, shot comes through. It is relatively close to us, but with our no momentum and having to go from a dead stop, we're not able to get up in time, and it is a free goal for our opponents. And now let's look at one quick example of this same principle on the offensive side of the ball. So we see our opponents are carrying the ball down the field here. We do have my teammate back here and myself over in the corner ready to defend. I go forward and I get this challenge here up the field, and now this is where it's really important to not move up the field too quickly. We do have a good 2v1 situation here against the last man back, so the goal here is going to be to put this ball in such a position that my teammate can attack it while taking this player out of the play. And the best way to do that is to bang this ball off the backboard in some way, shape, or form. Whether it bounces straight out as this player commits to the net, or it bounces up while this player is in an awkward spot and my teammate can come through for the finish. Now the important thing is, because we don't know exactly how this ball is going to be coming around this backboard here, we don't want to commit too far forward too quickly. If we drive forward too fast, trying to think, let's get into the most threatening position possible as quickly as possible, we have a very good chance of ending up simply too far forward. What we want to do is have our momentum carry us forward slow enough that wherever the ball pops out to, we are able to carry on and attack it with speed. If we get too far forward, the ball is going to be on top of our heads, and we're not going to get any power on a touch that we do get, if we can get a touch at all. And if we're too far back, our opponent will simply beat us to the ball before we can get there. So it's all about putting yourself in the correct position at the time you need to be there. What I'd like to see in this situation is for the ball to pop off the backboard as my teammate arrives between the midfield line and this first line of boost pads. If my teammate is in this position with momentum still carrying him forward, then it is very easy for him to attack a ball wherever it goes with pace. But as we get further up the field, now if it's a less than favorable perfect bounce off the backboard, it is very difficult to have the time to get up to put a touch on the ball with power. So as we'll see here, my teammate's going to continue to carry his momentum forward, and that's great that we're continuing our momentum, but we would have liked to have maintained this momentum a little further back on the field so that we could react to this bounce off the backboard. Because where we're sitting right now, we pushed too far forward too quickly, and because we wanted to go as fast as possible, now there's no chance that we're going to get a touch on this ball. So at the end of the day, when it comes to speed in Rocket League, it is all about your momentum carrying you to the place you need to be right when you need to be there. If you get to a spot too early and you have to slam on the brakes, then it's really hard to build up the momentum to make a play on the ball after that point. If you're moving too quickly and you let your momentum carry you too far forward, now you just simply can't get up in time to make a touch on the ball, even though you do have the momentum to do so. So it is a very careful balance between maintaining the momentum around the field and utilizing that momentum to put you in the exact spot you need to be right when you need to be there. So now that we understand this idea, how exactly can we work this idea into our game? One way is to just train your brain to know when to slow your card down and learn when to take wider rotations into your net. This can be a little difficult to train your brain to do out the gate. So instead of trying to remember to adjust our movement around the field, we are going to force ourselves to. And to do that, all we're going to need is our controller and a roll of tape. So what we're going to do is we are going to tape down our accelerate button so that we have no choice but to rotate wide around the field if we want to arrive where we need to be when we need to be there, because we simply cannot stop even if we want to. And now with no choice but to accelerate, it's time to hop into the game and see if we can adjust our movement around the field to still be successful. Off we go, all about arriving where we need to be when we need to be there without being able to stop. Let's see if we can train our brain to do so. Teammate has touch there, we'll take the back boost. Gonna work our way upfield. Have the beat here. Couldn't quite get around it. We will threaten demo. Teammate's not back though, not sure where he went, but all good. See what he's got. Want to stay wide so we can cut back in. And there it is. Teammate can go, maybe. Swing wide again. No threat on the net. No reason for us to rush back. Here we go. Now we're here when we need to be, and we get the save. Teammate's slightly in my way. Take the boost. This is fine. Out to the side. Shoot it on net. Might be fast enough. It is very good. And just like that, we're back in. Force that. Teammate has touch. Very good. We're back behind him. We'll swing it wide here. Need to wait to see what happens. We can now attack. Bump this guy off. Teammate's back. Not a great touch, but we'll get to it. Up the wall we go. Bang it downfield. Gotta make sure we recover nicely here. Out we go again. Teammate with the shot. Very nice, teammate. Well done. We're gonna cheat up here because we don't have much of a choice, but we'll swing it so that we can work our way back around. Same thing here. Gonna take it wide. And up we go. We get the touch. That's across. Just waiting. We can just drive forward leisurely here. Don't need to do anything crazy. Should have been a goal. Didn't quite hook it correctly. Teammate might get back here. He does. Very good. Now there's no threat on the net, so we'll take our time. Flip forward here to be in a position to attack, potentially. Not a great shooting opportunity. This is fine. We can cut this off. Teammate's coming back across. At least he was threatening it. We'll put in the challenge. Maybe steal the boost if we can. We can. Swing it wide here. See what we got. Now is an opportunity. Take him off the field. Swing it wide again. I missed the ball. Poke it back out to my teammate then. This is bad. This is real bad. We got the touch. We got the block. We're good. We're chilling. Good stuff. Gonna have to go all the way back here. No boost to deal with. Let's wait for this. Still waiting. This is fine. We get the touch. Teammate coming in. Very good. It's very awkward when the ball gets behind me. But we make it work. I thought teammate was staying on that. He wasn't. Unfortunate. I was in a good spot. I just thought my teammate was staying on that ball. And then he left it, and it caught me extremely off guard. We're up. We have the clear. Perfect timing. Teammate's on me. Hello, teammate. We're rotating back too close right now. Good beat. This might be a goal. Teammate can get back to it. That's unfortunate. 50 that one right to him. There we go. Second time's the charm. There we go. Nice finish, teammate. Good stuff. We take that. Making it work. Approaching on the wall is a little awkward because of not being able to break, but so far it's felt relatively good. Couple of awkward situations, but it hasn't been terrible. Come here. Can't quite demo him. Teammate, you alright down there? You are. Gonna slow it down a little bit. Still slow it down a little bit more. Don't want to be too close. Got the block there. Absolutely not. Might not have a choice here. Yeah. But we'll do what we can. Might be going to overtime here. Interesting. Did teammate score? Oh, he didn't follow it up. I don't know if he had the boost to follow it up, but he just stopped. Oh, that's tragic. If he just kept going, that's probably a goal. It should be free ball. Just kidding. For my teammate, I meant. Exactly. Swing this wide. I can't stop. It's the one downside of not being able to stop, for sure. You can't make plays like that, but it's not like this is a foolproof system. We're just trying to get used to rotating wide to make plays correctly. Obviously, it'd be great to be able to stop, but not something that we're really privy to in this situation. But that was a pretty good game overall. I thought we played very well. A lot of good opportunities where we rotated properly and it allowed us to attack the ball quickly and with speed. So let's try this one more time and see if we can do even better on this second attempt. All about the rotations and the positioning. We get this ball easily. Wave dash down. No threat here. This is fine. Swing it wide. See what happens. Alright, we can flip forward now. Decent pass from teammate, just not much I can do with it. Swing this one wide as well. Win that race, that should be a goal. And just like that, making sure we're not turning too early, we make it happen. Fantastic stuff there out the start. You'll love that. Keep it going. Maybe some more goals for us in this game would be fantastic. This is a little dangerous, pass coming through. We'll just wait. It's fine. It's not really dangerous. Teammate's on the board. Very good. We're going to get beat here or not. Passing option maybe. Or teammate's just going to score. I'm just in a supportive position. I'm not too far forward. If the ball shoots off the backboard, I'm in a spot that I can play it. But that's great play from my teammate there to go ahead and get the goal. Not much that I need to do. We take that. Decent kickoff. I'm not going to win this boost. Not quite. Teammate does win the ball, though, and it's in the net. Fantastic. And that's both of them out of here. I think all in all, this really shows how important it is to put yourself in the right place at the right time. In this situation, when you can't stop, if you arrive somewhere too early, you put yourself in a really awkward position because you just simply can't do anything about it. So if you're able to time your arrivals perfectly, then you don't have any issue and you can play very smoothly. So I do suggest that you guys give this a try. It is also a lot of fun just to see how much differently you play when you simply can't stop your car. I do hope though that you did find this video helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below so you make sure you don't miss any future Rocket League content. Additionally, if you'd like to be more involved in this community, please consider joining my Discord, link down in the description. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.